happening? How y'all doing today? What is happening? Thank you so much for tuning into another great episode of the Arrington Gavin podcast presented by Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Rugged is the new smooth. I'm your guy, Arrington Gavin, your friend, your homie. And just excited to be joining you on this great Wednesday to chop it up with some trending stories, man. It's a lot of stuff has been going down. I'm excited to share with you, and well, not really excited, but I'm always thrilled, to air and to have opportunity to talk with you, the listener, the viewer, whoever's watching on our YouTube channel. And again, I just truly appreciate it. Here on this show, we will be diving into, of course, most talked about stories going on, whether if it's in the category of politics, entertainment, sports, culture, you name it. We're going to talk about it here on this podcast. So again, I am coming to you, dropping new episodes every every Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays. 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time via podcast, wherever you get your podcast from, or you can watch us 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on our YouTube channel, R Smooth Club Media. So please be sure to subscribe, follow us on all of our platforms, R Smooth Club Media on IG, and all the great platforms that we happen to be on. Of course, follow myself on IG at Arrington Gavin. I truly appreciate it. Facebook, all the whole 9 yards. I truly appreciate it. Just follow, continue to support. And again, just thank you for those who continue to tune in heavenly. So on today's show, I got two topics that I want to bring up with you. And after coming off a extremely busy week, we had great sports, a great, opening season for the NFL, for football, some great games. We start off with the first game of the Detroit Lions and the Kansas City Chiefs, with a great season opener happening last Thursday with a huge upset of the Lions beating the Chiefs by 1 point in Kansas City Chiefs territory. So that was a massive, what a great premier season opener. And then, week one, a lot of upsets as well. But one of the most talked about upsets that had occurred in the beginning season of the NFL, still in week one, was the Buffalo Bills and the New York Jets games that happened this past Monday at Jet Stadium. Now, what I mean by that is, as you see below the screen, Aaron Rodgers, one of the top tier, easy top 10 as right now, quarterbacks in the NFL, who was predicted to have a comeback season, man, because this was, he had played for one squad for almost 15 years. I could be wrong. And it was documented on Hard Knocks on HBO, and it was just it was his time. He was in the best shape of his career, his words, and again, they documented it through the whole time. Hard Knocks, this was one of, I think, the highest rating Hard Knocks seasons ever. And it was just, it was hope for New York. New York had been suffering for quite a minute. I mean, really, nothing has gone down in New York since, I would say, when the Giants won the Super Bowl. In all honesty, after that, nothing's big happening in New York as far as on the football standpoint. Now, being a Knicks fan, I can tell you right now, we had a playoff season run, which was very, very good. But as for football, it has not been looking that pretty. So we are now in the realm of seeing, the next big thing enter into New York, and that's Aaron Rodgers, right? Former MVP, former Super Bowl MVP, Super Bowl champ as well, and NFL MVP. I think he won it either once or twice. So, we're excited. But sad news to say that after four plays, on the fourth play, He had got sacked. Looked like a very harmless sack. Nothing, high intense level. Nothing highlight related or highlight worthy. But he got sacked, goes down, gets back up, and his face expression kind of really said it all. He got up, then he just went back down. And so he started to come off the field limping. And people are like, oh God, what happened? What happened? And they had spoken about him recovering from a calf injury, I believe, last season. And so we're like, maybe it's the calf. He's been recovering from that. Maybe it's that. He'll be fine, walk it off a little bit, stay off the field for just a few, tape it up, do what they got to do, and bring him back in the game. No, that did not occur. What did occur was the fact that people in New York was going to receive some of the most shocking and saddest news they could hear for their beloved new quarterback, Aaron Rodgers. The news was that he has, and this is reported by the ESPN, Jets Aaron Rodgers has a torn Achilles tendon, ending his season. Ending the season, y'all. Ending the season. So, which means that all that hype, and I'm giving you my honest opinion, it was a lot of hype garnering to the Jets again. Ooh, he's going off. Even though it was Hard Knocks for the New York Jets, it was Aaron Rodgers documentary. It was all catered to him. He was the biggest star of that series. He's on a weekly basis, and I don't remember if he was on there today, but he was on a weekly basis on one of my favorite shows, the Pat McAfee Show. I believe he goes every Tuesdays on the show just to commentate, have his own segment on the show. He's doing a lot of stuff. He's very vocal. Of course, in the past, he's always been vocal about the vaccination and things like that. And he's starting to be more vocal, more in the public eye with things. And so, not to say that's all been bad luck, but let's just be real. I have never seen an NFL team succeed after going through a full season of Hard Knocks, a reality-based show that documents off-season training camps of the NFL. It's a dope show. Don't get me wrong, it's a dope show, but I've never seen a team succeed really that good. It's almost like the curse of the Madden cover. Like most people that hits the cover of Madden does not have a great season. Either they're hurt or they are they just don't have a great season. So to speak a little more about this, it shows that after losing quarterback Aaron Rodgers to a season-ending Achilles tear confirmed this past Tuesday by MRI, New York Jets coach Robert Saleh gave Zach Wilson a strong endorsement as the new starter and scoffed at those who believe their playoff hopes are ruined. Now, let's be real. Even though Aaron Rodgers was out for that whole game, they still won. They still did a great job, and one defense went off. Zach Wilson had a pretty decent game, 140 yards passing, 1 touchdown, 1 INT. 14 of 21 of his passes were succeeded. So now let's just be real. Allen of the Buffalo Bills, shitty game. 1 touchdown. Now, yards wise, he did pretty good. 236 yards in passing, but 29 of 41 attempts. 3 interceptions. That was poor. That was not a good season. Not for him. Not for him. Now, Jets running game was strong. Okay. Hall had about 10 carries, 127 yards in rushing. Their team succeeded in the OT, and the game ended with a punt return to the house. So, hey, they lucked up. The Jets fans still left out victorious, but again, they're like, oh God, what's going to happen next? Was this a waste? Is this it for, let's talk more on Aaron Rodgers. Is this it for Aaron Rodgers? What does this say about the rest of his career? Because let's be real, Aaron Rodgers is not a young guy. He is not a young guy. I believe Aaron Rodgers is about 39 years old. He is not a young guy at all. Just trying to look, I'm over here Googling his age right now as we're doing this. Yeah, 39 years old. 39 years old. And recovering from an Achilles tear, whew, it's a hard recovery, but there's always hope. But I think this is going to affect him as a mobile quarterback, because Aaron Rodgers is a mobile quarterback. He relies on his legs at some occasions. He has a great arm, but he relies on his legs a good portion too. And let's like as of right now for his career rushing yards is over 3,000 rushing yards, 35 rushing TDs. For a quarterback, that's pretty spectacular. So now that that's the case, the big question will be is, okay, what's next for Aaron Rodgers? Will this be the end? Is this a sign of, okay, I'm gonna, say goodbye to football? Is this a sign that really his career was only meant for one organization and one organization only? Is this a sign to say that maybe this is just going to make me stronger? Maybe this is what my haters want to see. They want to see me go down after praising the organization for, giving me another chance, giving this old man another chance. Maybe this is just a part of his plan, right? Maybe it's part of God's plan. He brings up these challenges to you, and now it's up to you to persevere, to pursue, to continue to grow, to get to wipe away that negativity and pursue, and like, hey, look, I'm going to recover from this. I will recover from this, and I'm going to be bigger and better than ever. But after this season, man, he'll be 40. Not a lot of squads give a chance for 40-year-olds. The only person, and really it's about to be the end of an era, because Peyton Manning's retired. Both the Manning brothers have retired, but Peyton Manning's retired. Tom Brady just retired. Phillip Rivers, had retired before. Oh, not before, but then. It's really just Aaron Rodgers as one of the longest standing quarterbacks. Maybe it's his time. And in all honesty, guys, I think it is. I think he's done after this season. I will say that. Correct me if I'm wrong, Aaron Rodgers, but I'm telling you right now that I think you're done. I think at the age you are now, if you want to play for a team, hey, be willing to be a backup, be a mentoring role. But see, there's organizations that look at it as a marketing tool to bring more seats, and that's what the Jets did. But New York is a very loyal base community. Regardless of the season or how bad the team is, they're always going to be loyal to their squad. But would there be a team that will want to say, hey, look, we're going to sign Aaron Rodgers because I know it's going to bring some seats in? Could happen. But guys, we will see, and it will be interesting. Again, you are tuned into the Arrington Gavin podcast, bringing to you some great trending stories and topics where I just, myself, Arrington Gavin, get to sit down with you, my friends, the listener, the viewer, and just share our thoughts on it. This podcast is presented by Rugged Evolution Beard Care. Rugged is the new smooth. Moving on to the next topic, and this one is very juicy. I like a good juicy story, y'all. This one is extremely juicy. So, I'm big on politics, and we're now in the season of, really, it's the start of election season. It started really in, the start of October, but this is, usually it's not October. This is what are we in right now? We're in September. Yes, we're in September right now, but it's really the start of election season. we have a lot of, local candidates, local elections, state elections, national elections happening right now. And the further you get on, the more you start finding out about your candidates, right? The more you start finding about your candidates. Now, I say this is juicy because there is a candidate running for Virginia House. Let me look up a little more about her. Let's see here. Okay, now this is reported by the Washington Post, and it's on many outlets, not just the Post. But Virginia Democratic House candidate, this is the title, perform sex online with husband for tips. Now, the candidate we're talking about is Susanna Gibson. She is running in a competitive district with control of the House at stake. Now, the district she is running for, if I can see if they're going to mention that. Okay, it's the 57th district. The 57th district, which is, where's the 57th district at? See, this is why I need to always make sure I'm prepared ahead of time, guys, because I'm always like, what in the what? You think you're good, but then I'm like, wait a minute, I don't know what district that is. Let's see here. I don't even know if I spelled that right. Oh, there we go. Let's see here. So in this district, you get the Henrico County, Goochland County partial. Give me some cities. Okay, so this is in mainly the Richmond, Virginia area, right? Okay, Richmond, Virginia, which Richmond is probably like an hour max from where I'm at in Virginia. So I say all that to say that this is very close to home because one thing I know is that a lot of candidates, they help campaign with other candidates within their state. So being that she's a delegate out in the Henrico County, which is, like I said, about an hour away, she's still coming probably on this side to people in Virginia Beach area, Chesapeake, Portsmouth area, you name it, and helping them campaign, vice versa, especially when she's representing the Democratic Party. Now, I have a lot of friends, which I really want to. I'm gonna be having some of them on during on this podcast to discuss politics, these elections, all that good stuff. I have a lot of friends in the realms that are consultants, people that have been in office before, people that are candidates, people that are retired from it and just still work on the behind the scenes. But I want to get their thoughts on this. So again, Susanna Gibson. Now I'm reading her fly right now. Standing up for special interests. Her topics that she's fighting for is deliver tax cuts, lower healthcare costs, fighting skyrocketed housing costs. Now, it says here, okay, she's a born and raised Virginia, wife and mother of two, a seasoned nurse practitioner, and an accomplished public health specialist in the Western Henrico area. Let's be honest, she's a attractive woman as well. Just wanted to throw that out there. Pretty, does looks like she's maybe early 40s, late 30s, as if. Okay, it says she's right here at 40. So anyway, there has been some leaked tapes of her and her husband, and her husband, performing some sexual acts and receiving tips. So this is reported by TMZ. Now TMZ has candidate called out for resurfaced porn videos on a site called Chatterbait. Basically what it sounds like to me is like the Skype version of OnlyFans. That's exactly what that sounds like to me, is the Skype version of OnlyFans. This is all over our local news, national news. Of course, conservatives are gassing the hell out of this because they're like, okay, you want this Democrat who participates in this running and representing your area, a mother too. Does she have any shame? Now, I'm going to be honest. I will be honest. If I was a PR person on this campaign, I would be crapping my pants, because if they were kind of promoting her as the all-American girl, hard worker, mother of two, loves her area, loves her state, wants to play fair, if that's what they had her in, this is gonna screw her over big time. Screw her over, no pun intended. But I'm sorry, I had to say it. But and it doesn't look great for her. Now she's never really ran any political office to my knowledge. But again, you have a highly competitive race happening that you're participating in the suburban area of Richmond. Whew. And it says here, yes, Six has on Chatterbait a platform that says it takes its name from the act of masturbating while chatting online. Whew, Lord have mercy. It sucks because, when you represent a party or community in office, you're representing dozens of people, and people want to have great representation, right? So that's when I said her campaign in my eyes are screwed. But I'm gonna have some of my friends that work in politics that are consultants that has worked for many campaigns. I want to get their thoughts on it. But to give you my honest opinion on this, in a sense, it brings more notoriety to her. In all honesty, now don't get offended if I say this. What she is done, is it wrong? Like it really is she guilty of doing what she is doing? Because let's be honest, this is her husband, her husband of many years, who she's still with, and her having intimacy online, and they're getting tips. They're making them, in a sense, they entrepreneurs. In a sense, they are entrepreneurs. They have a product that is selling and is making them money. And guess what? The cost of their overhead is not a lot. It is. I mean, again, on a business side, like, they are entrepreneurs. There's people out there. There are people out there who pay to see them get it on. They freaks, they nasty, but they are really like, they pay money to see this. And it's let's just be real, it looks like this candidate just likes to get a little nasty sometimes. It's a little nasty. But again, what she is doing is, I believe, it's perfectly legal. She has not cheated on her spouse. She has not, disgraced her family. Well, I won't say that because you don't know what her parents and uncles and all probably think of this. But again, they're making extra money on, and if I'm not mistaken, they have quite of a following on these platforms, and it's looking like they have more than 5,700 followers on that platform, which I'm assuming it's that's a lot on that. I don't know, but yeah. So her business, her private business. Well, I guess it's not really private because it's online, but I'm pretty sure she doesn't tell her friends and family like, "Hey, look, this is what we do. This is how we make a little extra money." Especially as a person trying to run for office. And the sad thing is, she, they, politics is a cutthroat game, right? You better have a squeaky clean record or they're gonna go after you when it comes to campaign season and all the attack ad commercial ads and stuff like that. Now, here's the thing. We've seen people in office with crazy ass records that still succeeded to the highest level of politics, highest level in office. Um, but this right here, especially being a female, it's always tough because you're losing the female vote right then and there. You're losing the female vote for the women that really want to be looked upon not by their looks, but by their by their brains, by their hard work, blood, sweat, and tears. This is not a good look at all. But we will see. Anything is possible. I do feel bad. I will say I do feel bad the fact that now this lady's privacy is out to the rafters of all, and she's even said it herself as like it's really a low blow where your competition has to basically do like revenge porn in a sense. Like they're literally using it. They're usually going as low as spreading this, but she can say all that she wants to. This is politics. They're gonna find anything you've done in the past. They will find Miss Gibson. They will find it. So you cannot be surprised. Yeah, it sucks, but you really, that's your personal life. Now, again, if there's more people that has the same mindset as me, what's her policies? Because I could care less. What happens behind closed doors is behind closed doors. But when it comes, and I will say, I'm big on character. I'm extremely big on character. If your character is trash, then you lost me as a vote. You lost my vote, as that. But if she's a compassionate person, if she means well and really cares about her community and wants to do good, hey, let her continue the campaign. But in all honesty, I do think this is gonna hurt her campaign. I really do, guys. I really do. Um, we will see furthermore on this story because this was just mentioned on I believe either Tuesday or Monday, this past Monday, about that. So we will find more, but it's going to continue to stretch out. And again, I'll just be real, conservatives are petty. Not all, but I'll say conservative outlets and media outlets, they are very petty when they find some dirt on this. And really, it's both sides. I won't even just go, they're both sides. When they find some dirt, they're going to gas it up for at least the remainder of the year or until the election is over. Because this is, trust and believe, this is not going to end until the election cycle is over. So we will see. We will see more on this. I'm curious to see who's her opponent, but I mean, like what sucks is she's a nurse practitioner. She has a job. Is this going to affect her job? Is this going to affect her relationships with, friends and neighbors and all that stuff? Like, oh, this is really, really, really embarrassing. And what it says right here, at least 2 videos her and her husband have posted says that she's raising money for a good cause. I don't know what the cause is, but um uh this is it's tough, y'all. This tough. This is tough stuff. I have never in all my life of watching politics and checking out these elections. I've heard some crazy stuff, embezzlement or not paying your taxes or domestic violence, and we've heard worse things, but um this is tough. This is really tough, y'all. But guys, this is that is really all I have to talk to you. As far as convos today, man, I wish we can extend it a little more, but I really do want to get in contact with some of my friends on the political field about this, talk with them, have them on the show. Later on, I definitely gonna be working on some series of interviews and conversations with my friends in politics the closer we get to election season. which is happening in November. Um, I really want to have those conversations. But again, hey, if you haven't read up on this, read up on it. Read up on it because it's juicy. Like I mentioned earlier, as far as what Aaron Rodgers situation ended his season off. Continue to if any ideas come to mind, please contact me through my IG at Arrington Gavin. DM me or leave a comment on below on our YouTube channel, our Smooth Club Media. Please subscribe. We have some great content on there, so you get to check out my podcast visually, as well as my weekly radio show in your city, hosted by myself and my good friend and brother comedian Ciroc Fox. We are on every Sundays, 12 p.m. WNSB Hot 91.1 FM. The soul of VA. If you are not in the Hampton Roads area, no worries. You can listen live online at WNSB.org, or you can also tune in. You can download their free app, WNSB app, to tune in live to that. So again, multiple ways you can contact us. We're very busy. And again, I want to thank our sponsor, Rugged Evolution Beard Care, an all-natural men's grooming line, catering to all facial hair textures. For more information about them, go to ruggedevo.com. Okay, ruggedevo.com. Until next time, my friends, y'all be easy. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. I will be back Friday for some more great stories, topics, all that good stuff. And again, new episodes dropping every Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time via podcast, and 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time via YouTube, our Smooth Club Media. Y'all have a great one. Take care. I'm out.